for politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is Kmtv. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
LRB Ship Express, your trusted door-to-door shipping partner from the Midwest in the USA to Liberia. LRB Ship Express is your go-to solution for fast, reliable, and affordable shipping services. Whether it's barriers, boxes, or personal items, we pick them up from right at your doors across the Midwest and deliver them straight to your loved ones in Liberia. Do you need it there quickly? Our air freight service gets your packages to Liberia in just a matter of days. Door-to-door convenience, secure and timely delivery on beautiful rates. LRB Ship Express. For more information, call cell numbers 651-500-8973 or 612-806-5896. Visit our website at www.lrbshipexpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at LRB Ship Express. Ship with LRB Ship Express, where your shipment is our priority. Contact us today and let's get it moving.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, your travel advisor at the Kabbalah Travel and Tours. I'm here to tell you the good news. Travel with Kabbalah Travel and you get the best travel services. We do international air ticket, we do domestic air ticket, we do group travel, hotel accommodation, and so on. So call our travel expert today and experience the difference. Also at Kabbalah Travel, we have an affordable layaway plan to accommodate all of our travelers. You can call us today and work with us and make your trip.
What if I told you there's a place where you can find all your favorite African dishes right here in Crystal, Minnesota? At Grateful Family African Market, we offer the best African food products, authentic and perfectly preserved. Located at 6330 Bass Lake Road, Crystal, Minnesota, our market is a paradise for food lovers. From everyday essentials and spices to the rarest delicacies, our shelves are bursting with everything you need to prepare a delicious African feast we deliver all across the United States. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Grateful Family Africa Market for updates and special offers. Grateful Family African Market, the heart of Africa at your table. Call us at 612-806-5896 or 7633164133 for more information.
Greetings, my fellow Liberians in Minnesota and the Midwest. I'm Tracy Ashley Grigsby, your Consul General. I'm pleased to inform you that the consulate has commenced operations, and our mission is to provide professional, responsive, and citizen-centered services. Please feel free to visit our website below for more information. Thank you.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. the best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
Somebody has your number, they to your gate, 6:30 in the morning. Then they say, Senator, at to your gate. I'm not coming outside.
Why?
That number you having, the time you are coming from your you are sending a message, say, I'm coming to your, can I see you or will I see you? You can't come to my gate. If you to my gate 6:30 in the morning, it means you got up early. It means you want to bed early. You don't know when I went to bed. You don't care about that. But you come to my house, you say, Senator, I read to you gate. You will stay there. That thing what the people making politicians with just shaking and filming everything 2020 not coming. Somebody or some group of people need to stand up to tell our people to their mindset to need to change.
I'm saying here, you people listen to me. Joseph Boakai is not the president for Liberia.
Okay.
The law has spoken. Long time
You mean Joseph Boakai is not the president of Liberia?
He's not the president for Liberia.
Who is the president of Liberia?
George Manawiya. He is the one that God called.
Okay.
Leaders are not made. They are called from the room of the mother.
Okay.
Leader has not made. They made themselves.
So is that why all the killing, the suffering,
that is
everything?
the reason the suffering, the land is suffering. People are struggling. People are crying. Untimely deaths have taken over. Premature deaths have taken over. Struggling. People are struggling because of they are not called to be a leader for this nation.
Okay.
We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw a rock at each dog, you will not reach.
Community. Kmtv. Legacy. Communications. Bringing the world closer to you. Liberia, Africa, and beyond. From the cities to the towns, from the villages around, we bring the stories every day, keeping you informed all the way. News and sports, culture too, entertainment made for you. A trusted voice across the land. Legacy Communications takes a stand. Turn it on, don't miss a thing. Hear the voices, hear them sing. Together we're connecting lives, keeping hope and dreams alive. KMTV, KMTV, your voice, your vision on TV. Legacy Communications leads the way, informing and inspiring every day. KMTV, KMTV, the station for your family from near and far across the nation, where your trusted communication. Birthdays, weddings, special events, business adverts that make good sense, community stories, breaking news, the platform that's made for you, radio, TV, media too.
Of course, I like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning from where I sit here in Minnesota. I like to say good morning to all of you across the world. If you are here in the U.S., other parts of the diaspora, if you are back home in Liberia or wherever you find yourself, I like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time may be in the area you find yourself this day. I like to say welcome, welcome to a weekend's edition of our Liberia Today. We try to bring you Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays about this time, but sorry we couldn't come on Wednesday due to some issues beyond our own control. But again, we hope that you understand that Liberia is all we have and it's all we can look to. And I'd like to say thanks to all of you. Boyman Outland says he's following from Brooklyn Park. Yes, he's the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of the company that is moving things for you from Liberia. You know, moving things from America to Liberia right now. Lib Ship, that's LIB Ship Express. He's the CEO of LIB Ship Express, the one that is handling your packages, your boxes, your cars, everything Liberia, you know, taking them home, making sure You know, those containers are there safely. Your items are there safely, either by sea or by air. We hope to talk to Boyman very soon here on this network to tell us about why Lipship, why should people trust LRB Ship Express. And I'm also proud to be associated with Lipship. So if you are there, I'm right here. Let's do it together. Thanks for all you do, Boyman, in making sure that the people of Liberia get smiles on their faces. And if you are there, trust Lipship. And Uriah Ben also says, following from Buchanan City, that's Grand Bassa County, my own hometown, man. I'm from 3 counties, by the way. And when I say people just laugh. How can you be from 3 counties? Yeah, my dad was from Grand Bassa, mom from Bong, and I was born and brought up in Montserrat. So indeed, I hold, tied to those 3 counties. Dennis Warren Jr. is also following, and Dennis says, I'm following from Ganta City, Nima County, Liberia's second most populated county. That's Nimba County, and Ganta is the capital city out there. And good morning to you, good evening, good afternoon if you're there in Ganta City, Nima County. I like to say, that's one of the fastest growing county of our country, Liberia, right now. So we give it out to Nimba and the people of, they won't call themselves Republic of Nimba, but when I allow you go, y'all got to be a part of the Republic of Liberia. And that's the home of the Vice President, Honorable Dr. Jeremiah Bankun. He said we shouldn't call him Doctor. But, this whole doctorate thing and all of that, the Vice President don't want to be called Doctor, but he accepted the honorary doctorate degree from Cuttington University, where he also graduated from. So that's it right there. But a lot of things are happening in Liberia. Our president, Joseph Newman Boyka, we understand, just broke ground for the expansion of the Japan Freeway. That's a good news for Liberia. Road remains one of the toughest thing country is faced with, road connectivity. So when these things are happening, we give it out. We are happy for them. Whether somebody started it, the other person completing it, road. It's important, that we get roads, because through roads, a lot is happening, a lot will happen. Our country gets connected. Our people can move from one place to another. We say farm to market roads are important, and farm to market roads, taking the goods from the market onto the farms. They are all important. So when these things are happening, we say thanks to God that they are happening. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Let me just switch to the side of this. President Boyka breaking ground, for this rule. Enhancing of the Johnson, that's a Japanese freeway project, Freeport to Gabriel Tucker Bridge. Yes, that's a huge one indeed. From Freeport onto Gabriel Tucker. And we also know that the road came from Red Light through the Somalia Drive and onto Freeport. And Freeport is the gateway to our country's economy. That's why we call it, where all the things that enter Liberia, most of whom comes through that place. The next is the RIA. But Freeport is where we receive those giant-sized things for our country, whether it is developmental material or whatever it is, it comes to Freeport. And if you look at the screen right there, that's the connection we're expecting from the Freeport on to Gabriel Tucker Bridge. Gabriel Tucker Bridge is the one there at Vittown. We call it the new bridge. I don't know whether it's still the new bridge, or since that other bridge that links Vittown to Waterside got damaged and rebuilt. I don't know what we're going to call it, a new bridge now. But originally when you say new bridge, those of us who grew up in Monrovia and Pastor Jessen, when we say new bridge, we're talking about the Gabriel Tucker Bridge that connects Bourgeois Island onto Central Monrovia, just over the river right there. So it's a huge one indeed. Congratulations to the Boyka's administration for this groundbreaking, but we just hope that once if there's a groundbreaking ceremony, it will move on a faster pace. And by the time we enter the dry season next year, we will have this project ongoing, and our people, that Vittown area is a mess, especially during the rainy season. So we hope that the project will take into consideration the issue of drainages along that route. As you know, drainages The problem with drainage being a huge one for that particular stretch of road. All of those tools on that end, Viton, all the way to Freeport, major buildings that there. People just sat there and allow, buildings to get constructed over those drainages. Some of the drainages were blocked. Areas that, should have drainages running to the ocean. Constructions were done over those areas, and the public, suffer as a result of that, because when it rains, between that area and Claratown, huge water sitting there, cars breaking down, people crossing through water. So we hope that this project will also address that major place. And our guy Rufus Divine Brooks is not here this morning, but Divine is on the road. He was there for that groundbreaking ceremony. When we have the time to, we hope we could talk to him to give us some update about the groundbreaking ceremony that is taking place there, I believe already on or might be almost over. We hope we can get in touch with Rufus to give us an update of that project. But indeed, it's a huge one for Liberia, for people of Montserrat County. And another one that is also ongoing is from Douala all the way down that end to go through Simport Bridge and all the way on to Pool River. That stretch of road, when done, it will give a huge relief to people in the Broadway area. People in that part of Montserrat County will have a huge relief. So relief, that is. So we say thanks to God that He's making it happen, and our government is doing all they can to make sure that the people of Liberia and Montserrat County, that area, or those areas that are connected, will get the sense of release. So the relief will come for them. When we get in touch with Rufus, we hope we can bring you update from that groundbreaking ceremony as well. And a lot is happening, a lot. But the key one is the ongoing investigation into this drug thing. The $19 million worth of drug that was brought into the country through our means, we are yet to know. But what we know so far, they were confiscated while trying to take them out of Liberia. Worst case scenario, through the Roberts International Airport, our only international airport. What would it have meant if those drugs would have made it onto SN Brussels and out of Liberia into Europe? By now, we be going through a lot. But we thank God that it's in the hands of our security forces. But sadly, up to present, we are yet to get any arrest done. It's almost 1 month. All we hear, investigation is ongoing. People of interest, even though you have a location where it was from, you have people whom were the safe haven for their drug. You have a vehicle that reportedly took the drug to the airport. You have airport staff who reportedly handled the drug, put clearance tag on the drugs, and were prepared to make it out of the airport onto SN Brussels. But yet and still, we still have people of interest. Those are still people of interest. Not a single arrest has been made. And yesterday, there was a huge back and forth, at the legislature when the Senate decided to have an open hearing with the joint security actors into this drug thing. Also yesterday, President Boakai had his 22nd cabinet meeting. 22 meetings so far from the Liberian leader and his cabinet. And we understand key into that meeting yesterday was the much talk about $19 million drug. And as you know, the Boakai Kun administration came to power, campaigning heavily against drugs. There were slogans that they are bringing in kush, they are bringing in cocaine, they are endangering the lives of our people. Young people are being turned into zogos and provokiste zogis. As a matter of fact, they're still locked up until the 11th of August. You know. But on the back of all of this, 3 years on, the fight against drug is on the lips of every Liberian. And we've had just if my memory can set me right, this is the third team appointed by the president to head our Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDA. The first one was A.B. Krumah and my good friend and brother Hassan Fadiga. It was a huge fight over there, cat and dog fights between A.B. Krumah, the then director, and his deputy for operation, Fadiga. They were removed. An interim team was set up by the president. They took over. Again, months after, they got removed. And then here comes Fitzgerald Biago and his team. And Fitzgerald Biago and his team, they are the longest serving acting DEA officials under the broadcast administration. And they are referred to as officers in charge. And these officers in charge do have a huge responsibility to our country. The fight against drug is not a small fight. And if the fight must be won, a lot of things that need to be done. So the team must put their feet down. If their feet are down, they must avoid shielding perpetrators or would-be perpetrators, handlers, owners, supporters of this dirty drug game. So we'll bring you some excerpts from the president's cabinet meeting from yesterday's hearing. We'll listen to some of the voices from the hearing. And then we have just talk about what's going on. But it's Friday. And Friday is for everybody, not for your one, not for my one. Friday is for everybody. So wherever you find yourself on this Friday, I like to say happy, happy, happy Friday. It's the 3rd day of July. Indeed, the year is going. We're in the 7th month already. You have to enjoy as it goes by. And I hope that you are well. For those of you who are not well, I'd like to wish you a speedy recovery. And if you are celebrating, I wish you well for that milestone in your life. And I will take this very quick break with my big brother, Victor Jones. He's out with this new song. And we hope that we can have Victor here someday to talk about his work, man. Father and daughter, Victor and Tracy. They've been doing so good. And he's out with this one. So let's take it. When we come back, we're going to listen to some of the voices in the news, starting with our president. Don't go away.
Everybody hear me out it. Yeah. Everybody hear me out it. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voices. For Liberia today. Hey, oh. Hey, Liberia, you're a big year like a play. There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. A land of hope and liberty. A land where dreams can still be free. From the mountains to the sea, Liberia belongs to me. Liberia.
And I tell you, Liberia is for you, Liberia is for me, Liberia is for everyone. Victor Jones, brand new one. And I believe this is just coming at the right time when we celebrate our independence. So this is something to listen to watch out for. It's on YouTube, it's playing everywhere. And guess what? Victor Jones is live on the line. Victor, welcome to Liberia today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know I caught you off guard, right?
Sure.
Tell us briefly about this song, man. It's firing.
This song actually, I just talked about Liberia because Liberia has been one of the countries that some people don't recognize us. And I just want to just squeeze it in a head that Liberia is a country on the east coast of Africa, West Africa, and the name is called Liberia. Then I said my mother is from there. I'm proud to put my chest on. My mother's from there. My father's from there. There where all my families are from. So I'm so proud to tell the world about Liberia, that we are proud to be a Liberian.
And what do you mean? I mean, how do you feel that it's hitting when we are celebrating or getting ready to celebrate another Independence Day?
And having heard a song really about this independence, I only heard one song TikTok said it keeps saying Liberia. Everybody came into it, and I said, nah, I think I have to come with something that pronounce our country very well. So based on the 26th and what I heard on the internet, I said, you know what, let me change things around, pronounce our country the right way. And this song is training. I'm telling you, the calls from everywhere. It dropped in Zimbabwe this morning, it dropped in Uganda, video coming from Freetown, video coming to say, man, this is one of the best songs. So I'm so proud and I'm happy.
Well, you're happy, but I'm mad at you that I didn't see Tracy in that video, or maybe I watched the whole thing. Where's Tracy?
The news now, I'm going to break the news. Got signed with a major record label. She on her own right now. She's in Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
I think I'll make sure she come on your platform.
Yeah, so let's plan something. Let's plan something. I will be a good thing to have you and Tracy on here just to talk about the work you do. But thanks for fathering a wonderful daughter, and I see she's taking the competition to your doorstep by her.
My son too. He's a major producer. He produced for Nicki Minaj, Drake, the Kick Off My House. So the whole family is blessed.
Wow. Okay then. I think we can do a show with you, Tracy, and your son to talk about his work as well. But thanks for what you do. Thanks for keeping Liberia on the map. Well, I will make sure this is stuck in every ears that can listen to me.
All right, thank you so much, people. Follow Victor Jones on TikTok, everywhere. The music is there. Let's make it trend.
Put it in Basel. Let it put in force. We cannot want to listen to that part in Basel.
But the funny part, I'm a Loma boss. I'm a Loma boss. We are the peer. They are saying, yeah, you know that's the song. That's a
Victor, thank you so much. I catch you around, man. I catch you around soon. Okay, all right, thank you. Victor Jones right there. He's out with this Liberia, celebrating our culture, our diversity, where we've come from as a people and as a nation. But again, if you are there, I'd like to say thanks for joining, thanks for following wherever you find yourself. And like I said, we're going to do it for Liberia. Let's get onto it. Let's listen to our president, Joseph Newman Boyka. He spoke yesterday when he held his 22nd cabinet meeting. And I was listening to the president. I'm like, yes, Mr. President, when will we get from this warning your ministers and have a little reshuffle, man? But again, it is at the will and pleasure of the president to appoint, to shuffle, to reshuffle, and to replace or place people. But let's listen to him. He's a man of wisdom as well.
It's been raining in 9 Chelsea, Morovia, but in Accra more than I ever heard about rain in that area. So we have to be prepared to handle disaster. Today's agenda is on drugs. But before I go to drugs, I've been seeing a lot of communication from almost every ministry about people making this trip for this sustainable development conference. I would like to the minister Foreign Affairs, a few of us to sit down to find out really whether everybody has a vote, who all should be going. And because it costs money to travel, but not just the money that it costs. We are in the middle of quite a lot of things that are happening in the country. But all the people to just be leaving, and some people want to carry 3, 4, 5 delegates. It's something we have to look at seriously. I don't like to stop people from traveling because a lot of travels are necessary. Some of them pay, but again, you gotta use your own judgment as to whether some of these travels can be deferred or they can be delegated to somebody else. But more than about 30 some letters have come for people to travel. Some people want to carry 4 or 5 people. I think we need to talk about it. So today's agenda is
And so, let's take this. Let's hear it. Let's take this. The president started up with his thought on travels. And it's clear that often when these people are in opposition, we hear about wasteful spending. The government is wasting money on travels. And it is at his attention now. What should be done when it comes to travels? And he's pushing that back to his foreign minister. Madam Foreign Minister, you need to look into this. Should we just put people on the plane, on every conference, every meeting, spending thousands of dollars for these people to travel into different countries on different meetings? Some of them are not just traveling alone. A minister traveling alone with probably his assistant minister, deputy minister, chief of staff, or something. What are those travels bringing to Liberia? Some may say it is good our people go. Yeah, it's good. But can we weigh in the plus and minuses that the country is going to actually benefit or lose? If that minister is out of the country for a week, the government pays him or her for they are giving them their monthly salaries and allowances. But guess what? They're also being paid DSA. That's the daily sustenance of being away. Paying your hotel, paying for your food, and then giving you pocket change for being there. So if every month there is a travel, what do the country stand to benefit? You are spending more on air tickets. Some of them on first class. So the president is now saying we should take a step back and measure what we put into these travels with what we're getting out of them. And that's that's a reality. If the travel is not bringing anything back to the country, there is no need for somebody to go sit down there in one conference for a week. That is not benefiting the country. The UN General Assembly is coming. Watch up. Visit New York and see the amount of people that will be there from the different countries. It's not just unique to Liberia though. If you go to New York in September, what you will see from our African leaders, our African officials, it will wow your head. See them coming with plastic bags from shopping malls. But guess what? The presidents will be appearing to different meetings, begging for aids, while millions have been spent on travels. Who are those already near these conferences? So, Mr. President, you are right. We hope that these things will have checkpoints erected and travels be approved. You know, before monies are put into them. That's a good one. And then he went on to the important thing of the day, the elephant in the room. Let's listen.
And substance abuse. You would recall that when we took office, the vice president and I took drug tests, and we also said drug was a major issue in our country, and it was something that we have to deal with as substance abuse and what it's doing to our young people, and also what it does to the country in terms of our reputation. You heard about the 19 million drug that was seized here. So we need to talk about it. We need to make people understand that this is something that we're not going to just, no matter who is involved, what position you hold, nobody will be spared that will get involved in the importation, distribution, or whatever role you play in the drug sector, because it's damaging to our country, it's damaging to the health of our future generation, and we always been seeing a lot of good work that have been done, but again, it looks like it's something that has already been entrenched, that it's a syndicate that we need to break. But the drug epidemic is a national emergency that we have to deal with. And so it will be nice for the cabinet to take up our position. And so today we are happy that we're going to deal with strictly with drug and substance abuse. And so the Director General of the Cabinet will now take over.
Us up to speed as things that was discussed in there, sir.
As you know, excuse me, the focus of this cabinet was on the drug situation in the country, especially in light of recent developments. And you know, in 2024, during the president's first annual message, it was clear about the drug issue that we inherited a situation that we needed to address, so to speak, to exercise the boost. And he said it would be a national emergency and also a national security threat. And he stuck by his word, you know, and set up this sectorial committee to address the drug question. And so today was a meeting for the committee comprising many agencies, including the Ministry of Health and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, to update and brief the cabinet about progress and some of the challenges, you know, that they face in addressing the drug question. But I must say, I mean, the presentation went very well. The president was particularly pleased with the work that was done by the committee, And even though he said there's a lot more to be done, but much so far has been done. A lot of people in the public, don't know about. At the end of the day, there were resolutions that the Ministry of Health, asked Cabinet to endorse. I will speak about those later on. In addition to that, remember 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago at the Cabinet meeting on mining, we were clear about studying the situation involving host communities.
That's it right there. The director of the cabinet, on the outcome of yesterday's cabinet meeting, and like the president said, a lot has been done. More needs to be done. But listening to the director of the cabinet, he said a lot has been done that maybe the the public don't know about. And it's important that these people speak the truth. What is it that the public don't know that they need to know? The public knows that there was a $19 million drop arrested at RIA. The public knows that there was a taxi cab that took it there. The public already knows that folks at RIA inspected and cleared those cargoes. The public knows that it nearly made it onto the aircraft. The public also knows that there are people that you've been investigating for weeks now. A member of the board of NOCAR, whose brother being declared person of interest, was suspended by the president in connection with this entire case. What the public needs to know, who are those behind it? Names, arrest must be made. You have all of these things, man. What more do the investigation need in order for people to be held liable? How much more time should the country wait for these investigations? It is very important that people of interest be turned into suspect. When will we move from that stage of people of interest into suspects and have them arrested? Not just arrested, but forwarded to court, prosecuted. If the court sees it that they are not guilty, it is left for the court to let them free. Like the one that happened in $100 million worth of a cocaine case. For God in heaven's sake, this thing was leaving Liberia, which makes it very, very threatening. Liberia, as a member, non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, will have a very, very bad image out there if this is not handled and taken care of the right way. If people are not brought to justice, it will not be a good thing for our country. Let alone to say, if big names are behind it and they are shielded. This is where the president and his team must capitalize on the fight. Make this fight to be important. You have a huge tax on your hands, Mr. President. And just listening to the security chiefs yesterday on Capitol Hill, I think by now, the president should be looking for new security chiefs. Because their appearance on camera, being questioned by the Senate. And we must commend the Senate for not sweeping it into another executive session. Motion for executive, so moved, so second, and blew everybody outside, and they remain in camera like was done in the House of Representatives. At least the senators open it up to the public. And as it stands, there is this new trend that this investigation is going into. Somebody who was previously investigated, sent to prison in connection with a previous drug-related case, has now been linked to this one. Listen to this report by Front Page Africa. I don't know if I can lay my hands on this. Courtesy the Front Page Africa. Listen to this report.
The Senate is demanding answers over how key cocaine suspect Michael Brown allegedly left prison and fled the country while under investigation in the U.S. $19 million drug trafficking case. During a tense public hearing, lawmakers questioned why Brown, also known as U.S. Marshal, was not detained after investigators reportedly linked him to the case. Senators also criticized the slow pace of the investigation, noting that nearly a month after the massive cocaine seizure, no principal suspects have been arrested. Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman confirmed Brown's whereabouts remain unknown, but said arrests are expected before the end of this week. The Senate has now launched its own investigation into Brown's alleged release from prison and is demanding answers as public concern over the case continues to grow. From British Africa Report, I'm Obadiah Johnson.
And thanks to Front Page Africa for that. This is Brown. This is Brown, who was in jail while this investigation was going on. See Brown smiling? No one knows where Brown is. Who released Brown from prison? How he left the country? It remains a mystery. So when people say the fight against drug is not gaining any success, these are some of the things that people are looking at. Where is Brown? His whereabouts is unknown. You know? Now the Senate is asking for answers. Demanding answers. How is it going to be possible to have your culprits brought to justice when somebody who should be in prison is out and alive? Who aided his release? That's a huge question for our security team. How many more criminals that should have been at Monrovia Central Prison or prisons around the country that are out there and out of the country? How many of them? So if the fight must be won, people will have to be earnest to the Liberian people and say the truth. If people in government are connected, because this is not, it's a whole syndicate, like the president said. It's not a one man's thing. If people are connected, they must be made to answer these questions. Let's listen to our security chiefs on Capitol Hill yesterday being quizzed by the Liberian Senate.
is security and everything. So these are different corporations with different actors that we are investigating. All of the people who are within that particular network, especially those who work at the airport and those from the different companies, are all cooperating at this point in time, and they are formed part of this investigation. What we need to make clear here is, if you arrest someone, you have only 48 hours to charge. So if you don't get your facts together and you send it to court, they will not withstand judicial scrutiny. They will throw it up. And I mean, if we know the history of the last seizure, it did not withstand judicial scrutiny. So we're trying to make sure that we learn from history and do what is right and what is best for the state. So I mean, it may be long and stuff like that, and I understand the appetite for everybody out there in the social media spaces. Everybody wants to hear something about this on a daily basis. But we cannot operate like that. We will compromise the integrity of this investigation, and everything will be failed tomorrow. We will be blamed that we didn't do a good job in handling this particular situation. It is completely different, sir. It's not because when you arrest someone with cocaine, because cocaine made it and makes it transnational. It's the kind of operation, the quantity. Who got market for 19 million cocaine like Liberia? Obviously, you know that it's bound for somewhere. It came from somewhere. You know, as of yet, we have not established that we have a lab here that produces cocaine in Liberia. So we know that as far as we know the way the investigation is, it did come from somewhere. So it makes it definitely transnational. Senator, I appeal to you all. I understand that everybody wants answers, and I wish we had something to say to the public that would not jeopardize this investigation. But I will ask for patience. We're almost there. We're almost there. As a matter of fact, this network, as we're going, is building up. We will even have to break this investigation into two, because at this point in time we'll deal with this, and then we look into the larger, into the larger network, because I mean, at some point in time we have to charge, and that's what we're saying. We're asking for a few days.
So indeed, at some point in time, when this point in time will reach, it's building up. More and more people are getting involved. But again, Aji, like you said, the public is eager to know. And when will this time be? When will we hear about person of interest being turned into suspects, and they've been charged, and they've been filed at the court? You're right. Arrest is 48 hours. Or you release them to their lawyers, or you send them to court. But it's almost a month. And with the fact that it is in the public gear, glare, the public needs to know. People would need to be held liable and made to pay for that. But again, the appearance took a different trend yesterday for heated argument between the police boss and Senator Samuel Koga of Nimba. And the posture of the police director, probably he got frustrated by the questions coming from the senator. He went out of line a little bit, even though he apologized later on. But it is the responsibility of these people to ask the hard questions when you are caught. So let's take a piece of this interaction yesterday.
I speak like a way and will respond. I speak like a way and will respond.
It's so incompetency.
They respond.
You just speak. You're telling me I feel loosely. You're telling me I feel loosely. But I go tell you. Did you hear me? See, the next year I'm speaking loosely. I mean, we're often. The next year I'm speaking loosely. Police, your guy. Now, what you said? Where I sit and where I say, I am privileged. I'm be very clear with you, I have privilege. But what we say here, let me tell you something. If I was somebody who is somehow sentimental or not sentimental, but or somebody who is selected. Those two individuals that are talking about
I think you have to wait in the response.
And I tell you, I'm so sorry that technology is kind of playing with us this morning, but you listen to the altercation between the senator and the police director. And the senator was asking tough questions as it relates to the whole investigation, all of that. And the police director felt that you're just talking over your head. Quote unquote, you're speaking loosely with all facts. But again, that's why it should be. There are tough questions must be asked. Director, you were not called over there because they wanted to see your fine uniform. You were called because the people of Nimba needs to know where is this investigation. The people of Bon County, the people of Masurado, Lufa, Bapulu, Bummy, Grand Crew, Cape Mount, Grand Jide, Sino, Maryland, Grand Bassa, and all the other counties that are being affected by drug trades. Our citizens are being turned into victims because the ones you're arresting with the 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, one this, one that, $200 and putting in the central prison and police cells around the country, most of those people are victims. While the real perpetrators, the owners of the drugs, like you said, Mr. Director, there is no manufacturing plant for cocaine in Liberia. You know, there is no place in Liberia where cocaine is being produced. So of course, it did come from somewhere. Who brought it? Who owned it? These people have the right to question. And that's why they're doing what they're doing. You know? So it shouldn't be a place for confrontation. It should be a place where you provide honest information and keep our public abreast of the issues. We'll take this very quick break. When we'll come back, we'll almost be wrapping it up. But a very quick break here on Liberia Today. When we come back, one more issue, and then we'll be wrapping it up. Don't go away. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, your travel advisor at the Kabbalah Travel and Tours. I'm here to tell you the good news. Travel with Kabbalah Travel and you get the best travel services. We do international air ticket, we do domestic air ticket, we do group travel, hotel accommodation, and so on. So call our travel expert today and experience the difference. Also at Kabbalah Travel, we have an affordable layaway plan to accommodate all of our travelers. You can call us today and work with us and make your trip.
LRB Ship Express, your trusted door-to-door shipping partner from the Midwest in the USA to Liberia. LRB Ship Express is your go-to solution for fast, reliable, and affordable shipping services. Whether it's barriers, boxes, or personal items, we pick them up from right at your doors across the Midwest and deliver them straight to your loved ones in Liberia. Do you need it there quickly? Our air freight service gets your packages to Liberia in just a matter of days. Door-to-door convenience, secure and timely delivery, unbeatable rates. LRB Ship Express. For more information, call cell numbers 651-500-8973 or 612-806-5896. Visit our website at www.lrbshipexpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at LRB Ship Express. Ship with LRB Ship Express, where your shipment is our priority. Contact us today and let's get it moving.
Greetings, my fellow Liberians in Minnesota and the Midwest. I'm Tracy Ashley Grigsby, your Consul General. I'm pleased to inform you that the consulate has commenced operations, and our mission is to provide professional, responsive, and citizen-centered services. Please feel free to visit our website below for more information. Thank you.
This Friday.
What if I told you there's a place where you can find all your favorite African dishes right here in Crystal, Minnesota? At Grateful Family African Market, we offer the best African food products, authentic and perfectly preserved. Located at 6330 Bass Lake Road, Crystal, Minnesota, our market is a paradise for food lovers. From everyday essentials and spices to the rarest delicacies, our shelves are bursting with everything you need to prepare a delicious African feast we deliver all across the United States. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Grateful Family Africa Market for updates and special offers. Grateful Family African Market, the heart of Africa at your table. Call us at 612-806-5896 or 7633-164-133 for more information.
Everybody hear me out it. Yeah. Everybody hear me out it. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voices. For Liberia today. Hey, oh. Hey, Liberia, you're a big year, I can play. There's a nation, there's a nation.
And that's the man Victor Jones there, flying the flag of Liberia so high with this one. Just as we approach our Independence Day, and you heard him earlier on when he came on with me, he said this is out, this is everywhere, a song he decided to do, you know, just to bring Liberia and Liberians together, talking about our true identity and what we are as a nation. So if you're there, it's on YouTube, it's playing everywhere. We're almost out of this, we're almost out of town, but let's bring you this trending one. We've been following this case of Dr. Vicky Gray, the social media influencer and business person in Liberia doing humanitarian work. She's been in conflict recently with the law. Why? I mean, there was a fight recently at a local bar in Monrovia involving her securities and the brother of Liberia broadcast a journalist or DJ or professional, how you may turn the Master Queen or household name in the country, over some, you know, you can go to this space, I can go to that space, and it resulted into a fist fight between the brothers of Master Queen and the security guards of Dr. Vicky Gray. Vicky was in the house, of course, and this went to court. It's been up and down. We saw this video trending this morning with Vicky and her team, you know, celebrating and jubilating. I'll play you this, and then we will be joined by Liberian journalist, judicial reporter Melvin Jackson from the Capitol building in Monrovia. He will be telling us more about this case. I've been following, but he's been there on the grounds, you know, following from the courtrooms from the day of the case moving from the police on to the judiciary, that's the court. He will be filling us in, but let's bring you this jubilation section by Dr. Gray and her team there on the grounds of the Capitol building.
We just won a case. Do you know how big that is? I just won a case. Actually, I knew I was going to win because I didn't do nothing wrong. My heart been free. You know, my statements been the same since I started this case. You know, I didn't come to this country to cause no problems. I came to pour into the less privileged people's life. And let me tell you something about God. When the less privileged people pray for you, all this give back, I give back. Nothing, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Those prayers of those people that I give that to is so strong. And my grace is so big They came for my grace.
So what were your inner move from the previous stage when you were coming to the court? What were you thinking? What were your prayers?
I've been praying. I've been praying to God because at the end of the day, you know, the devil try to work, right? But you got to stay prayed up. Because when God is on your side, no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. You understand? So my heart been pure. I've been coming here. I've been showing up consistently, right? Because I knew I didn't do nothing wrong. I came to support a friend, a sister, somebody that I actually looked up to growing up. I didn't mean for this incident to happen, so my heart been pure. You understand? Okay. So I knew I was gonna win.
And your message to those who are distances, some of your supporters.
I love y'all. Y'all, thank you for the prayers. I love you guys so much. God is so good. Joso, Yetipo, Yetipo, Joso, Yetipo, Joso.
And Dr. Vicky Gray there, you listen to her. She's there to do something, but it changed into something different. Melvin Jackson is joining us right now from Monrovia. Melvin, just unmute yourself if you may. The man I can be giving my cousin prayer, Counselor Prayer, Reverend Dr. Prayer Brown Buhata. I mean, thanks for joining us from Monrovia. How is it there today? It seems that it's wet.
Yeah. Today we having a wet afternoon here. It's actually wet.
Why you always giving my cousin hard time, man?
Mommy, the old woman, she's a constitutional lawyer, and then she's who is full of knowledge. Has so many knowledge and wisdoms and understanding of our country. So when I started to go around her for the first time, it was like, are we creating a comedy or what? But then when times went by, I started to hear her, sit with her, listen to some of the things she explained. And when I went at her place, everything she talks, she got a photo or something to show that this is so like, I think the Oma message need to go across. We can just, sit and have her, just around, without getting what she asked her for the country to know. And that was how I started to go around her. And now we are good, son and mother, she called on me, and trust me, everything she says, they are all facts. These are things that she know about. These are things she participated in full, and she actually knowledgeable about law. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a witness to that because I was assigned with Councilor Boo when she was on the TRC the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. I went with her across Montserrat and other counties that she had oversight of. And if you just getting to know her, you think that you get mad. What am I saying? What is she doing? But when you get to know her for real, she's a person filled of knowledge. And like you put it, everything she says, she do have some backing.
Exactly.
Interesting to know that she still has the original constitution. She has the copy. She'll tell you that I got a copy here. But it's good. It's good you following her, and I mean, people getting to learn a lot from her. She's still alive as one of the original signers of our current constitution, and it's good. But Melvin, thanks for all you do for the people of Liberia. From the grounds of the court, that was where I started as a reporter. That was my first ground I started on. I can remember covering the Roland Khan case, the Charles Judum treason trial, the Edwin Snow economic sabotage. I was in court when the judge sent Judy Bryant to jail and all of that. Which other case was the injured took by one, the Hans Williams and his wife. So those are cases that we sat on, and when you get used to that place, no matter where you assign, if you don't write a story or report a story from the court, you don't feel at home. I think you have that feeling. But this big one, this big one with Dr. Gray, fill us in if you can. We're almost out of time, bro.
Yeah, so like we've been reporting, Saros. So this matter occurred at a in the Thomas Center Ziga bound at the street. And when the matter occurred the following day, Master Queen, searching for her brothers, went to the police headquarters and the father complained. So when they complained, the following day, the police invited Dr. Gray and her crew, and they went there. So while they were there, Master Queen and her lawyer went back at the court and they secure a raid. So the raid was served or taken at the police headquarters. So the police allow Dada Gray and her crew to come at the court. So when they came at the court, and then it was when the magistrate, the Sabine magistrate, Ben Bako, got to understand that he knew nothing about the raid. That's one, and two, that the matter already before the police for his investigations. So normally you cannot bring conflict between the court and the police. So that was how he the matter back to the police for investigations. So when the matter went back to police, the following day, Master Queen and her lawyers again withdrew the matter from police and issued a raid. So that raid was issued along with a knee essay Republica to prevent Gray from leaving the country. So the raid brought Gray under the court jurisdictions, at which time her lawyer prayed for continuance to review the raid and then make a full understanding of it. So the following time they came to court, they started the trial, and then Master Queen took the witness stand. So when she took the stand, she did inform the court that the situation will occur. She saw that the Gray left the scene and she was not there, and that the matter left between her brother and the bouncers. But then she said, her brother asked, one of her brothers severely got damage, and because of that, he been facing some medical issue and so. So the following day, they came again at the court for the continuation of the case. It was when the judge now invited them into his chambers. So when they went into the judge's chambers, he started to talk to them that, hey, you people are young people. Let this lie. You people can either apologize to one another. That is, Mother Queen said, I'm sorry. That I say, I'm sorry, and you can turn the page. In that process, they both agree. The following day, we expected them coming down to the court to have that mediations and the process of the entire stuff. But then, surprisingly, because in our process also, Master Queen and all lawyers were told to come with their expenses. So when they came the following day, they came with a whole list of different items. 2 iPhone 17 Pro Max for missing, a gold jewelry for missing, along with some other stuff, plus the medical bill and other stuff. So they needed to agree to pay for that. That was how the lawyer said, no, we cannot allow our client pay for this, because when the complaint came at the court, they read our issue. It was not mentioned that these items were missing. Because when it is mentioned, then the court held on to that and say, yes, this is the situation. But it was not. So the mediation process, they came on the following day, that boy, but the expensive. That was how the both parties said, the great lawyer said they cannot allow the client pay for that. And the Mother Queen lawyer said these are items that got missing. On that note, they both parties went and local hair again, and they said they let the matter go to full trial. So they went back. Yes. So they went back, they brought the police officer who was investigating the matter. He informed the court that when the matter came at the court and at the police, it didn't take any long. The parties or the party who complained were you that complained and came to court. Then asking what was some of the things brought the evidence. He said they sent him a video footage on WhatsApp. I think it should be the regular one I was circulating on the internet. It's because Sika our areas of Pino to bring the official, because they got a camera there to bring the official CCTV footage that will show the entire stuff. But the day Sigabago Sopino, it was the day they came out to the conclusion to have this matter being, handled the following day. So in my belief, which I will do a follow on it, I think Sigaba denied her to Sopino again because it's like though we Sopino, but we already agreed that let's have this settle one and for all. So he explained, and his explanation also has exonerated that agree from the scene and whatever. Even though he had earlier said that he didn't go through the matter because the day he's supposed to go through the matter, it was the day that they withdrew the matter. So which means you got no knowledge about it because probably what you listen to and what you saw came from the complainant and not the defendant. So the foreign person that came over was one of Master Queen brother who took the stand, and he also did explain that that agree was not part of the fight, and that the different pools and the different calls that went on at the bar. But then with all of the explanations, the cooperating part was not giving. That is mentioning how these items got missing. So on that note, that was how the judge had a final argument, and then after the final argument, they even asked one of the argument when they asked him, did you see that a gray giving order to our bouncers? Then he said, I saw throwing sound. So they say, how are you a sound interpreter now? how you the other sound? I'm a movie director. So movie director on sound. That was the the courtroom drama at times it can be easy.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, so that was how the judge had a requested final argument after they got to the final argument, and then he won today. Exonerating grave on aggravated assault and simple assault and a disorderly conduct or charges, along with a few of the bouncers. So only 2 of them was held for disorderly conduct. Simple, I didn't say simple assault, which are all lesser charges that you can even for the circuit court. So only 2 was here for that, but the rest, along with that agree, were all exonerated from the entire crime.
Oh, and was Master Queen in court when the ruling was being read?
So what I will now say on your platform, 100% is during the time of ruling, I was now at the court. I was en route to the court, so I only saw a laugh. I only saw a laugh from Gray, and I saw a post from Master, but I don't agree for a laugh at the court. But I didn't see as to whether or not Master was in court. I won't tell your audience that.
Okay, Melvin. I think that's a good one indeed. What a way to fit us in. Thanks again for your time and stepping away just to provide this, because we had just been talking on the surface. I was not in courtroom. I was not following this story from the initial stage. I know there are bits and pieces of information we've heard and talked about, but you fill us in with what the public needs to know. And like you said, I think court documents are there that people can further read from to know what the case merits and demerits were, and how the judge, concluded on what the judge. And that was before the ministerial code, right?
Yeah, exactly. The
Morris City Court.
Morris City Court, exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you, my brother, and we look forward to another exciting conversation with Reverend Counselor Dr. Pearl Brumbu. she said if you're looking for jurors, you should get jurors of my peer. They should be Reverend, they should be counselor, they should be lawyer, they should be constitutionalist.
People took it lightly. But if you can really listen to her and you try to know what she's trying to say, you understand what you're saying. Now, so her thing was, you cannot be discussing financial matter.
Then you bring Carpenter as yeah. Then you bring up Carpenter,
HR, you brought receptionist, Bro, he says, for me, my profession is people. You will be very, you will be doctor, you will be
You're a lawyer.
these are people that will understand well.
Yeah, the legal terms, the financial
Yeah.
terms, you know.
I went at the court in the power. They're talking so PP money thing. So that alone requires people who understand
Yeah.
the financial aspect of the different thing. But some people will look small thing. The Omar really give a fun. But if you really sit and listen to it, when the war for war, and understand you so okay, really analyze, you will know that small things are
It's reality, you know.
kind of put up or point you, but you will not understand that way. And I was saying, even the situation we forget, well, she was asking, is it a male or woman? We put took the salary somehow. That was not the situation. So the day they took Vicky from the police, when they came out of court, the entire crew, and that was how she saw the group, and she asked me, "Oh, Mary, who are they?" So I said, "I want that Vicky Gray. One, they said she show it up." She said, "Oh, that who? A male or a woman?" I said, "Is it that Vicky Gray?" It was a day before we had an interview now.
Yeah.
So the first day of the interview, and I asked, I said, "What you make of the case?" So she said, "But I really ask whether the person was male or female because I don't really know, the person. And I know what the situation is." Well, Portuguese, that really.
But yeah, at least she was able to provide the clarity, and they don't own. We
No,
saw
I didn't.
the
They
show
spoke the peace
eater,
prize.
the show eater, and the show eater is cheap. Probably
Yeah.
were eating show on each other.
It's like bad.
But thanks, my brother. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful start of the weekend, and keep warm. Monrovia is wet. I don't know whether it's the 7-day rain that we used to call it.
They will kill.
But keep safe up there.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Melvin Jackson joining us from Monrovia. On this note, I'd like to wrap it up on this edition of Liberia Today. Please have yourself a wonderful weekend. We're going to be here next week. We're going to be here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll talk about the issues that matter most to Liberia. My name is Cyrus McGee, and I'd like to say thanks for joining me wherever you have been. I've been bringing you this from here in Minneapolis area, Minnesota. And let's leave you with this one. Victor Jones proving or showing off his Liberian identity.
Everybody hear me out it. Yeah. Everybody hear me out it. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voices. For Liberia today. Hey, oh. Hey, Liberia, you're a big There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Land of hope and liberty. A land where dreams can still be free. From the mountains to the sea. Liberia belongs to me.